Hey everyone, it's Alicia and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I'm so excited. I've been waiting to make a YouTube video for so long, but I was just trying to decide of what topic I should do that it's just taking me so long. So I just decided, let me start with the topic that I'm passionate about and that people have been asking me. So today I'm going to talk about lifting during Ramadan and how I managed to work out during Ramadan, as well as some tips that I found to be helpful in the past. So I'm going to cover three main parts in this video. I'm going to talk about the different times of day that I think you can work out during Ramadan. I'm going to talk about changes that I've personally made to my workout routine during Ramadan, as well as what your diet should look like, or at least what my diet has looked like in the past that I think is conducive to having an active lifestyle. Before I get into it, I'm going to shamelessly plug my small business since we're talking about Ramadan. I have a small business and we make these Ramadan cards. So this one says save the date Ramadan Kareem, and then this one's another Ramadan one. And then we also have Eid cards. So if you're buying for Ramadan, you might as well also buy for Eid. So these are two of our designs. I'm gonna link the website down below. If you hear that, that's my chair, bro. It's not me, it's just the chair. Starting off with the three different times that I think are most common for when to work out during Ramadan. There's right before iftar, there's right after iftar, and then there's before or after Fajr. And of course, your choice depends on what your work schedule, your work, school, family schedule looks like, as well as what type of exercises you like to do. So for me personally, in the past, I've tried all of these and I found that I like to go after iftar primarily because I like to lift. And without that food at my system, I just feel like not only am I not able to push the weight, but I feel physically unwell, and that's just not, my body just doesn't receive it well. And I'm also looking to maintain the weight that I lift. So I lift pretty heavy, so I do need food and water in my system, which is why I choose to lift after. I do understand that this keeps you up pretty late at night, and personally I work from home, so I'm able to talk to my boss and get the flexibility in my schedule to wake up late, or as long as I'm doing my 8 hours worth of work, my boss is okay with me working as I wish, as long as I'm attending meetings. So if you're able to have that flexibility with work, I know it might not work for school, or if you're going in person, for example, if my sister's a teacher, she's not able to be like, sorry kids, we're going later today. I understand that that can be difficult, but for me personally, I found it great to work out after iftar. If your schedule allows that, I would definitely recommend it. Although I've done some trial and error and figured out that that's my favorite way to go about working out during Ramadan, I've also tried to work out before iftar. I've tried to do yoga just to keep myself active if I wasn't lifting heavy, and it was okay. It's just that I do it the minutes right before iftar, so essentially as soon as I'm done, I'm able to eat and drink water, and that's great if you're not, doing lifting essentially. I have lifted before iftar before, and it requires a lot of mental toughness, especially if you go earlier in the day, but you just might be able to lift as much as you usually do. Also, going right before iftar means you're not the one who's prepping iftar. So if you're planning out to go eat out for dinner, or if you're not planning on prepping for iftar, if somebody else is doing it, then that works. But I fully understand that if you're the one prepping, or if you're helping whoever's in the kitchen, that you're not going to be able to work out right before iftar. And then the other option is working out right before or after Fajr. Before you can do if you obviously want to drink water and eat, and I feel like this is great if you want to have a big suhoor or sehri. I think that's a great option, but for me personally, I like to sleep after Fajr, and working out makes me feel pumped, makes me feel awake, so I feel like that doesn't work as well with my schedule. But I would say if you do have an early morning schedule, or like if you are a teacher, or if you're someone who has to wake up, then that would definitely be a good time to get a workout in. So on to topic number 2 is changes in my workout routine. So I currently work out 5 to 7 days a week. I know I should take more rest, but that's currently what it's looking like if I'm being completely honest. And the way that this changes over Ramadan is that I definitely take more rest days, obviously, because it's like almost like you're on a cut. Like you're in a caloric deficit for 30 days. So yeah, your body's gonna need more rest. You don't want to put it in danger by overworking it. So I would definitely recommend, like I work 5 to 6, but during Ramadan it's maybe 3 to 5. Probably closer to 4 to 5 for being honest, but that's truly because I'm a gym rat. So if you're looking to have an active lifestyle, I feel like 3 days a week is a decent number of days to be active during Ramadan. Another change that I like to make during Ramadan is my mentality. I'm very aware that I'm not likely to hit a PR, nor will I try to, because once again, I'm here to maintain my body, not to push it to its extremes, especially when I'm low on water, low on food. So just mentally prepare yourself for a maintenance month and train with your weights accordingly. I don't train close to my 1 rep max. I kind of just, it's looking like a lot of 4x12 during this month with moderate weight and a decent amount of rest. Along those lines, my workouts are less intense, so what that means is, like I said, moderate weight, more rest in between sets. And also I like to do more body weight exercises. Like during leg days, instead of doing weighted lunges, I would do just body weight walking lunges. It allows you to continue to do that exercise. You're still practicing the exercise, but you're doing it in the context where you have less food and less water in your system. And once again, like I said, you have less water in your system, so I essentially don't do cardio during Ramadan. Like in my current split, I have a day for HIIT and I regularly do incline walks. I'm cutting that out during Ramadan, because we need to retain as much water as possible, and cardio is obviously going to make you sweat that all out. So the third topic that I wanted to talk about was your diet, and this is obviously huge. If you've ever fasted before, you know that your cravings go through the roof. I personally am watching cooking videos, Food Network, Golden Balance, like everything food I'm watching during the day, and my cravings are just through the roof. So when it comes to iftar time, I think, like, I do give into like some cravings that I want, and obviously you're not having a lot of food, so it's like, yeah, I'm going to eat well. But I also think for me to control myself, it helps me to know that I want to be active after this, because like I said, I work out after iftar. So the way that goes is that I have a decent iftar, nothing that's gonna push me over the edge, but I know is going to fuel me through a workout. I have my iftar. I do allow myself to have dessert, of course, and then I pray. It takes a little bit of time to digest, and then I head over to the gym. So I go into my meal with knowing that I'm going to exercise after, and fried food isn't gonna make me feel good. It's gonna make me want to throw up at the gym. And also overall, like, even if I weren't working out, I know that fried food is going to make me feel lethargic. So in general, that's not too tough for me to avoid. I think it helps to change your mentality into food as fuel rather than, oh, I didn't eat all day, let me stuff my face because I'm hungry. Because I also think as time progresses, you realize during Ramadan, it's like 1 or 2 bites and then you're kind of full. So I think training your body to being like, okay, we only need this much food for right now, and then when I come back from the gym, I'm gonna have a much larger meal. It does take a lot of mental toughness, but that's a big part of the month anyway, is controlling yourself. So I definitely think it goes hand in hand with one another. So once I go to the gym and I come back, I make sure, I usually have a protein shake, but I also make sure I have a larger meal that has both carbs and protein just to refuel. And if my iftar wasn't that large, I'm definitely want to make sure I'm eating enough to recover from the workout that I just had, and to also prep myself for the next day. I choose to stay up during, like, between iftar and sehri, and once again, my job gives me that flexibility, but I understand that's not the case for everybody. So for sehri, I make sure I'm having, dates are honestly great for water retention, and I also make sure I have a complex carb. So I usually have oatmeal and also a protein. So I honestly just usually have breakfast for sehri as much as my stomach allows. Closer to the last 2 weeks, your stomach is getting smaller and smaller, so it definitely is harder, don't get me wrong, but as many complex carbs and protein that I can get, I try to eat. And also water is huge, but not just water. Make sure you're getting your electrolytes in, because that's definitely tough to get within the short time frame of eating that you have. I have tried Liquid IV, and I'll put a link down below for my discount code. But I definitely do find it to be helpful to get those electrolytes in. Gatorade, taking a mineral vitamin, I think would be great if you don't already, because you're drinking water, but your body also needs to absorb that water. So making sure you're getting your electrolytes, your vitamins in both your food and in supplements. But obviously when your window for food is so short, it helps to have those supplements. Yeah, that's largely how I work out during Ramadan. As a recap, I choose to work out after iftar. I train less intensely with more rest during the week. And I choose to have a decent sized iftar, go to the gym, come back, have a larger meal, and then have complex carbs and protein before sehri. So yeah, that's really the brunt of it. That's how I live during Ramadan. I have a playlist on my TikTok about it, and I also have a highlight on my Instagram that shows some of the food that I've had. And I do think I will continue posting my food vlogs on TikTok this Ramadan, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, please let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you guys so much for your support. Bye!